Hello, lovely listeners. It's Luna here, and as I'm recording this, I can hear the rain tapping gently on my window. It's one of those cosy British afternoons, perfect for a chat about learning and, well, life. Before we get started, if you find this episode helpful or just enjoy our time together, do give it a like or subscribe. It really helps me keep making these gentle English moments for you. Now, let's get into it. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I wish I'd started learning English earlier? Or maybe, it's too late for me now. I hear this all the time, especially from adult learners. There's this idea floating around that if you didn't start young, you've missed your chance. But where does that belief even come from? Sometimes it's just seeing others move faster or hearing stories about young people who seem to pick up languages in a snap. Suddenly, you start to feel behind, like you're running a race you didn't even know you'd entered. That feeling can really mess with your motivation, can't it? I've been there myself, actually. When I started learning a new language as an adult, I kept thinking, I'm too slow, I'll never get it. But you know what? I realised that slow, mindful progress is still progress. I remember a woman I met who started learning English at 60. She didn't rush. She just wrote one new sentence each week, and after a few years, she was ordering coffee in Australia, proud as anything. It's not about catching up, it's about becoming at your own pace. So, if that little voice in your head says, you're too late, try answering back, no, I'm still here, I'm still learning. And that, truly, is enough. Now, let's flip things around a bit. People often say children are the best learners, and yes, kids do pick things up quickly. But adults? We've got something even more powerful. Experience. Think about it. You've lived, you've worked, you've raised families, you've faced challenges. All of that is like rich soil for new learning to grow. If learning is like planting a tree, then as an adult, you're planting in soil that's already full of nutrients from your life. The seed might grow slowly, but the roots, they're strong. And there's something else. Intention. When you choose to learn English as an adult, it's usually because it means something to you. Maybe you want to travel, connect with family, or just feel more confident. That motivation is a secret power. Plus, as adults, we can reflect. We know why we struggled, we know what success feels like, and we can choose our own path. In English, we have words for this. Resilient. Someone who doesn't give up, determined. Someone who keeps going and self-paced, learning in your own time. If you're listening right now, you are resilient, you are determined, and you are enough. Every step you take is a step filled with courage, and that's something to be proud of. So, where do you begin, especially if it's been a while since you last studied? The idea of starting again can feel a bit heavy, maybe even scary. But learning doesn't have to be big or complicated. It can be gentle, small, and completely yours. Here's a practical tip. Just 10 minutes a day. That's all you need to start. You don't have to finish a whole lesson or memorize 50 words. Maybe you listen to this podcast again and repeat a few phrases, or you write one short sentence in a notebook each morning. Even saying hello to yourself in the mirror in English counts. It might feel awkward at first, but that's part of the magic. You're building something new. Remember the phrase, progress, not perfection. You're not trying to be the best. You're just trying to grow slowly and kindly. Some useful English phrases for this journey: get back on track, step by step, never too late, and show up for yourself. For example, I'm getting back on track with my English. I'll take it step by step. Just 10 minutes a day. It's never too late to grow. I'm showing up for myself today. So, pick one small thing today, one word, one sentence, one kind step, and give it your heart. From that tiny step, a whole new part of you can grow. As you move forward, it's so important to celebrate the small victories. Maybe you used a new English phrase in conversation, or you understood something you didn't before. Those moments matter. One thing I always recommend is keeping a simple journal. Just jot down what you learned or how you felt after practicing. Over time, you'll see how far you've come, and it'll remind you that every step forward counts. And don't forget, learning doesn't have to be lonely. Join a supportive community or find a learning buddy. Sharing your journey makes it more engaging and a lot less isolating. Sometimes just knowing someone else is cheering you on can make all the difference. Of course, there are challenges. Time constraints, fear of making mistakes, frustration when things don't stick. These are all normal. But here's the thing. Mistakes are a natural and valuable part of learning. That's what a growth mindset is all about. Seeing errors as steps, not setbacks. If you're struggling to find time, try weaving English into things you already enjoy, like listening to music, watching films, or chatting with friends. Make your learning routine personal and enjoyable, so it becomes a joyful habit, not a chore. The more you enjoy the process, the more likely you are to keep going, even when it gets tough. Let's talk about your environment. Are there local or online groups where adult learners gather? Language cafes, virtual forums, or even social media groups can be wonderful places to connect. At home, set up a comfortable space just for your language practice, somewhere you can focus and feel relaxed. And don't forget about technology. There are so many apps and online tools with community features where you can share progress and exchange tips. The more you surround yourself with support, the easier it is to stay motivated. Motivation can be a bit slippery, can't it? One way to keep it steady is to set up a weekly reflection routine. Take a few minutes each week to review your progress, notice your achievements, and set a small goal for the next week. And when you hit a milestone, celebrate. Maybe treat yourself to something special or share your success with friends or your learning community. Also, keep your learning activities varied. Switch between listening, speaking, reading, and writing. It keeps things fresh and helps prevent boredom. Building a supportive environment is about more than just your physical space. It's about community too. Look for local or online groups, language cafes, discussion forums, or even WhatsApp groups. Having a dedicated, comfortable spot at home for your practice can help you focus and make it a regular habit. And don't be shy about using technology. Apps with social features or social media groups can connect you with fellow learners so you can share progress and tips. The more connected you feel, the more likely you are to keep going. Consistency is key. Try to set aside a bit of time each day or week for your English practice. Mix up your resources, podcasts, movies, conversation groups, so your learning stays interesting and well-rounded, and keep tracking your progress, whether it's in a journal or an app. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. It's those little celebrations that keep you motivated and remind you how much you're growing. To keep growing, try weaving English into your daily routines. Set a specific, achievable goal for each week. Maybe learn 5 new words or practice a short conversation. Use everyday activities to reinforce your learning, like labeling household items in English or narrating your daily tasks. And if you're a visual person, create a progress chart or habit tracker. Seeing your achievements can be a real boost and a lovely reminder of your commitment. A good routine can make all the difference. Maybe you listen to podcasts on Mondays, practice speaking on Wednesdays, and do some reading on Fridays. Mix in different resources, movies, language exchange meetups, online lessons to keep things engaging. And don't forget to review your progress regularly. If something isn't working, adjust your routine. The best routine is one that fits your life and keeps you moving forward. Persistence and patience are your best friends on this journey. Try setting aside time each week to reflect on your progress. What went well, what was tricky, and what you're proud of. Set realistic, specific goals, like learning a new set of vocabulary or having a short conversation. And use a visual tracker, a chart or calendar, to see your achievements. It's a gentle way to reinforce your commitment and celebrate your growth. English doesn't have to be just a study subject. It can be part of your daily life. Try narrating your actions in English while you do chores or think in English during your commute. Set a small weekly challenge, like having a short conversation with a friend or using a new phrase in real life. And create a personal English moment each day, maybe listening to a song or reading a short article. These little habits build consistency and make learning enjoyable. Language and culture go hand in hand. Immerse yourself in English-speaking cultures through movies, music, and books. It deepens your understanding and makes learning more engaging. If you can, join cultural events or virtual meetups to practice your skills in real settings. And keep a cultural journal. Write down new insights or experiences. It's a lovely way to reflect and enrich your journey. Let's talk about routines again, but with a twist. Try dedicating specific days and times for different activities: listening, speaking, reading, writing. Mix in podcasts, movies, language exchanges, and online forums to keep things dynamic. And remember, your routine isn't set in stone. Review and adjust it as your interests and needs change. That way, you'll stay motivated and keep growing. The best learning happens when it feels joyful. Try narrating your actions in English during daily routines, or set aside a special English moment each day, listening to a song, reading a short article, or watching a video. Use visual aids like a progress chart or habit tracker to remind yourself of your achievements and celebrate milestones. The more you enjoy the process, the more natural it becomes. If you want to deepen your commitment, set up a dedicated English corner at home with all your learning tools. Try integrating English into social activities. Join local clubs or online groups to practice real conversations. You could even start a language challenge with friends, where everyone sets weekly goals and shares progress. It's a fun way to stay accountable and encourage each other. Sometimes you might hit a plateau where progress feels slow. That's normal. Keep your routine fresh by alternating activities. Watch a film one day, have a conversation the next, read an article after that. Set monthly mini goals, like mastering a new set of vocabulary or holding a 5-minute conversation. And reflect regularly. Look back at your journal or tracker and adjust your strategies if you need to. Growth isn't always a straight line, but every step counts. To keep your motivation high, try setting up a reward system for reaching your weekly goals. Maybe a favourite treat or a relaxing activity. Schedule regular check-ins with your learning buddy or community group to share progress and feedback. And don't be afraid to try new formats, interactive games, storytelling podcasts, even virtual reality experiences. The more engaging your routine, the more likely you are to stick with it. Make it a habit to reflect on your progress each month. Review your journal or tracker, recognise your achievements, and spot areas for improvement. Create a success jar. Add a note for every small win, like understanding a new phrase or having a conversation. When you need a boost, read through your notes and plan a special activity for big milestones. A movie night, a language exchange, something that feels like a real celebration of your dedication.